this is my first time truly interacting with you. You seem to have like a bit of a tough exterior. The Italian in you, I love the accent that you have. You know, being in Chicago, growing up, your father was a police officer. Did you feel like you were even able to be vulnerable as a child and to this day as a grown man?
No,
Can
not
you
really.
unravel that a bit?
Yeah, I will. With my mother, she was always very open, and you could pretty much tell her anything. We could always go and talk to my dad, but like being vulnerable just was never a thing. Never in my family. Like even, being in my 30s and going on The Bachelor, it was, you better not cry on that show. Like, and they,
same, bro, same.
and they laugh at it too, but at the same time, like, yeah, like I don't want to be vulnerable on television. Like I'm more comfortable now being vulnerable in a relationship or with my friends, but as far for the world to see, yeah, I still have an issue with that.
Speaking of, I mean, as far as you thinking that's an issue or you believing that's an issue, I actually read on. Obviously, we're looking you up, but before reality TV, you hadn't really been in a real relationship. Is that the case?
Yeah.
Or at least a long-term relationship or a real relationship. Okay.
How old were you when you went on?
31.
Gotcha. Oh, we were the same age when we both went on. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So obviously we know the world of The Bachelorette, and then you were on Paradise, then Dancing with the Stars, your subsequent relationship with Kendall. I mean, was that whole experience like a crash course in vulnerability for you? Like, can you compare how you were before the reality TV stint to like during and then now after?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm 100% different. That's why I always say, and I'm not just saying it because this is a podcast presented by Bachelor Nation, but the show really, was great for me. I learned a lot about myself. And yeah, even just being in a relationship and because I never went there with a girl, like opening up and telling a girl, like it was always like
Superficial.
I mean,
Like surface level.
Yes, very surface level, very much of the, you hook up a few times and then that's it. It was a trust issue for me. I've learned to work on that. And there's still a lot I need to work on, but I've been able to open up that way for sure.
Nice. Like, I'm loving this conversation. I appreciate you, quite honestly, for just speaking on it. To be honest, you're being vulnerable right now and doing this right here, right now. And so, you were on the show. You were on The Bachelor for the one day, and then you went on Paradise, and then you went on Dancing with the Stars and did your thing. And then what takes place after the show is opens you up a bit. How do you, knowing that you're not necessarily a vulnerable person, how do you even navigate that now, right? Being a TV personality, but then you're not one to just be vulnerable. How the hell do you do that, bro?
That's a great question. And I would say it's, I find a balance with it. I'm capable of being vulnerable with people that I trust. I'm not going to be someone that's going to pick up my phone and go on Instagram and be like, I just don't feel well today. Or I'm not like, I just don't want to do that. I don't see how that would help me either. And I'm sure it helps a lot of people. For me, it really doesn't. But I'm a much more vulnerable person. So with the people I trust, I could do it. Now, as far as like exposing myself on television, I'm able to show more of myself now in certain sides of me that I was uncomfortable with before.
Do you think it's making you stronger and like a better man?
I think it's made me a better person for sure.
Facts.
Because I'm much more understanding. And it's been able to open me up to just how different we all are as people.